Greetings and welcome, adventurers, to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights, Shadows of Undrentide. Right, so I've managed to get Xanos out of his stupor, because he was really just being stupid. And we have arrived at the AO encampment.
Well, we finally got here. I want to thank you for all of your help. I know that I was a bit hard on you at times. We probably wouldn't have made it this time without you.
Xanos acknowledges your thanks, but without my faithful companion Mathijssa, there's a good chance I would have failed. Well, small chance anyways. There's a very good chance that without Mathijssa, Xanos would have been smothered in his sleep for annoying everyone else. How dare you insult Xanos this way? I find your tiny caravan to be shoddy and your goods to be inferior. Good thing Mathijssa controls your finances then. Now, if you will kindly stop interrupting.
You will probably be wanting to hire a guide to take you to the dig site where your Garrick fell away. It's a little ways into the desert, I understand, and only the locals really know the way. I am sure one of the AO worshippers will be willing to take you. They're a fairly agreeable bunch, if a bit daft. Is there anything else you want before you leave?
Don't I get paid for helping your caravan get here? Paid? I was thinking asking you for some cover to cover all the food you ate. We're not wealthy after all, and we took you and your others along as a favor to your mentor. Xanos should charge you for the benefit of his accumulated wisdom, which I so willingly share. Ordering halflings around is not the same as sharing your wisdom. I also charge you for the use of my workers as your personal servants. At any rate, you're here, and here's where we agreed to take you. I will still allow you to buy some supplies at a good price if you're interested. Well then I'll get some going. Well, take care of yourself out there, Mathijssa. Don't go doing anything crazy like joining the AO folk or anything. Goodbye. Yeah, she is somewhat right about the AO folk being somewhat crazy. Well, in any estimation really. I mean, why worship a god that doesn't grant you any powers? Right.
Hello.
Ah, another outsider. And I see you've come with the caravan. It is good to see you. We don't get many visitors. And now, 2 in one day. 2? Who else is here? Oh, this morning, just at sunrise, a half-dead man came crawling in here looking for a healer. I took him to the main temple so they could tend to his wounds. I haven't seen him since. But no one said he died either, so I guess that's where you'll find him, if you're interested. Do you know anything about this injured man? I think he's one of the wizards that digs around in the ruins in the Valley of Winds. Garrick something. Would it be Garrick Halassar? That's the one. He is the head of the fellows out there. What do we call them? Archaeologists? Anyway, something bad must have happened. Doesn't that worry you? A little. We sent some of our boys out to take a look, see if the wizards need help. They haven't come back yet, however. Are there many of these wizards? I think there's about a dozen of them. They come here to buy supplies from Musharak every once in a while, but that's all we see of them, to be honest. Who is Musharak? Oh, he's a trader from one of the desert tribes. Runs the market here. He's a hobgoblin, so don't get too surprised when you see him, or anything. He's not so bad. Do you know what these wizards are looking for? I imagine they're looking for relics. Doesn't say more than that, though. What is this Valley of the Winds? Well, if you go into the encampment, you'll see some carvings in the cliff face north of the temple. They were here when the AOists first got there, I'm told. Anyhow, there's a doorway by the waterfall that leads into a tunnel that goes right through the mountain. After that, you're in the Valley of the Winds. I think that's what the Redeemed call the place. It's supposed to be full of ruins and the like. That's what attracted the wizards here in the first place. Let's ask something else. Why are you out here in the desert? I came here because my master, a former follower of Volkeen, came out here. He was searching for a new faith and he found it in the AO. Once my master found his new calling, he freed me. I didn't have anywhere better to be, so I decided to stay here and work as a guard. It's hot, thirsty work, but it could be worse. Well, tell me about this place. Well, it's a desert, milady. Hot, with lots of sand and sun, but not much water. Oh, I see. I suppose you meant to tell you about the encampment. Well, now, not much more to tell you. The Aoists build a temple where the minister meets with the faithful to contemplate, or whatever they call it. Otherwise, we've got a good spring supply to supply us with water, and we serve as a trading post for the Bedine and the occasional caravan. So it's not too bad, overall, if you don't mind the scorpions. I should go. Alright, if you want to see the injured man, he should be in the temple. Good luck to you. Let's go do that. We can sell our stuff later anyway. Here's Mushrak. Not much information on that. And here we have some more of the Ao worshippers. Not entirely sure what they're worshipping though. Let's go see the temple. And here's other choices you can make. Alright. Hey Garrick.
Hello.
Hello? Do I? I'm sorry. Sometimes I get these stabbing pains in my side. The High Priest was able to patch my wounds, but they have no actual healing skills. Oh gods. The pain is getting worse. I hate to ask, but is there anything you can or you have or can do to help me? Well, I cast a healing spell on him.
Well and good! Well and good!
Ah, that feels much better. Thank you so much. Now, I am Garrick. Who are you? My name is Mathijssa Svennik. Drogon sent me to get your help. I am very pleased that you are able to find me then, Mathijssa. I am unsure of what help I can be to you, but I owe you. So anything you need is absolutely free. I need you to tell me about this crystal. A Mythalar? Where did you get that? No, that's not important right now. You can tell me all about it later. I wondered if your presence and the attack on my excavation might be linked. Yes, she must have been able to sense the crystal in the general area and thought we had it. That is the only thing that makes sense. You are babbling like a sun-baked fool. Make some sense or go back to your fevered sleep. Oh, you must think I've lost my mind. I'm sorry. I had better organize my thoughts for a second. Do you mind? Please do. Alright. I think I have bits and fragments of knowledge I will try to piece together to make this all have some sense to it. What you have is a powerful artifact from the time of the ancient civilization of Netheril. This is what I have been studying out here. Ruins of their civilization. I wish I could tell you exactly what the Mythalar was used for, but no one is really sure. I do know that when a Mythalar was damaged, it could cause great destruction. How do you damage one? I found several ancient writings that describe the Mythalar, referring to them in the use of arcane spells and powerful magical items. One told of a mage who walked in on an enemy's home and smashed a Mythalar on the stone floor, destroying everything within several miles. Apparently they are quite fragile. And that stupid kobold had this in his keeping. I am surprised we are not dead already. About a month ago my researchers uncovered a portal room in the ruins. I believe this portal was used by the Netheril to teleport between their cities. Go on. I had not activated the portal yet, but I think it was very close. Where would it lead? I have no idea. But this morning I got a clue. A strange figure wearing a dark cloak appeared in the portal room just before dawn with an army of demonic creatures. The horrific monsters tore through my friends with savage haste. Oh. She, and I do believe she... let's go back for a moment. No, stop that. One of the monsters grabbed me and nearly tore out my intestines. I was thrown against the pillar and left for dead, but somehow I managed to regain consciousness. Did the cloaked figure come through the portal? She, and I do believe it was a she from her voice, her face was hidden, came in from above through a tunnel. She was trying to use the portal, but I do not think she was successful yet. She spoke of going to a place with the limitless power, but she was angry. She said she had expected to find a Mythalar here, and could not afford to have it remain out of her hands. After the demonic horde searched our corpses and gave the most convincing acting job of my life playing dead, she cursed and said she would wait no longer. She would take her chances. So she's gone, but the portal remains. She told her army to hunt for a small round crystal, that she could feel it was within miles of the ruins. Then she turned her attention to activating the portal. The creatures left, and while her attention was drawn, I crawled quietly away and very slowly made my way back here. I thought I would stop at our home camp, but her army had already killed everyone there. They must have returned to the ruins though, because I could hear them as I left, fighting something. I found one of our camels wounded, but alive, and rode it here. The beast died just outside of town. Oh. What would you suggest I do? This is what I think. You need to stop this woman and stop her from going through the portal, if she has not already done so. If she has, you must follow her through. There is no telling what is on the other side of that device. I think she expects to find Netherese artifacts of almost limitless power, untouched after all these ages. And if she does, what then? Oh, damn it. Power, such as not been seen on Faerun for a millennia. This could be a good time for us, or a very bad time. She may be seeking this Mythalar for her own uses, or perhaps she fears it. With all the power at his disposal, using the Mythalar you possess as a weapon might be the only way to defeat her. Will you come with me? I will be of little use to you there, but I can do something that might help. I have a spell that will take me some time to set up, but if I can get it to work, I can reach Draok with it. It is possible he might even be able to send help, or even to come himself. I know him well enough to say that when it is important, he will think of something to help. There are a lot of preparations I must make, so unless you have questions, I should get started. Some questions. Where is the excavation? If you look to north of the temple, you see an entrance by the waterfall. Go through it and find your way to the Valley of the Winds. We marked it well, so it should not be too difficult to find. Where is the portal room? Once you get into the ruins, you will have to find your way down. The portal room was the last place we reached, so you should be able to find it if you just keep moving. That is probably a good idea anyway, since the ruins may still be crawling with those demonic creatures. Anything else? How do I activate the portal? I truly do not know. There were pillars in the area which had buttons, but these might have activated it. I was too cautious to experiment, to tell the truth. With luck, the woman will not know how to activate it either. Anything else? How do you know Draok? This hardly seems to be the appropriate time to be reliving old acquaintances, but I guess you have the right to know. Draok once saved me from a labyrinth. I was doing some research on the Netherese. Yes, I know I have an unhealthy fascination with them, and found a small puzzle box. It seemed to be just an interesting toy, but when I played with it I was sucked inside an elaborate maze, where I wandered for several months, until I was found and released by Draok. Interesting. It really was. The Netherese was so powerful that even their toys could capture the mind and hold it captive. Imagine a society so rich and powerful they could waste time and money on elaborate entertainments that last days, even months before the fascination wears off. It must have been an exciting place to live. But anyways, Draok's an old hand at solving puzzles and dealing with magic. Once he rescued me, we became friends. And that is all there is to tell. That's all my questions. You better be off then. I should get started on that spell. I should get going. There's an entrance. Alright, well, alright. Good luck, Mathijssa. When you reach her, hurt her. Hurt her bad. The men and women she killed today, they were good people. Make her feel the pain. Right. We have a goal. Let's see.
Hello.
Thank you for healing the wizard. I tried my best, but ever since I left the service of Lathander, but I'm sure you're not interested, little me. Ever since you left the service of Lathander? It's just that once I was a cleric of Lathander, wounds such as the wizard's were nothing to me. I've returned people to life. Always I knew my god was with me. But now there's nothing. I cannot even help this man, and I feel nothing from Ao. I'm beginning to wonder I was wrong in coming here. Oh. Xanos has been wondering that since we left Hilltop. Is that wrong for me to feel this way? You are a holy woman, my lady, are you not? Can you not advise me? You did not come here expecting spells from Ao, did you? What drew you here in the first place? No. I don't know what I was expecting. Not magic, just I thought Ao was a greater god if he commanded all others, and that one so great deserved contemplation. Do you still feel that way? Yes, I do. It's just that it seems so pointless to worship someone who takes no notice of you. There is so much good I could be doing elsewhere with the proper power. I never used to think that power was important, but back then I could heal people and I felt good. I simply feel so useless here. What should I do? I think you've already answered that question for yourself. I suppose I have. It just feels terrible to have come so far to just fail. Or perhaps I just needed to do this to renew my faith. I don't know. Thank you, my lady, for showing me the way. I will never forget you for this. Alright, that will off this heading. Because I know there is a line of dialogue you can use to tell her to go to the Bedine temple. I don't know.
What?
Let's have a talk with Xanos for a moment, since we are in a talking mood. Well, I am in a talking mood. You wish to know? You want to rant a bit more about yourself? Your path to power? I did not say we would talk eventually, did I? Very well. What is it you wish to know? How can you possibly... no. Seeking power for its own sake is not a good goal. I know, you disapprove. It is not so uncommon as that. Master Draok too thinks that I have the potential to cause much harm, but that is not my intent. But none of you seem to understand that what I do for the good of others as much as myself. The lands of the realms need a firm hand of government to guide them. The broken, lawless lands that cover too much of the earth benefit much from Xanos' rule. How would you be better than any of the others? You mean like the Thayans? The Centauri? Fools, all of them. They have not learned enough from history. Nothing makes a prince so much esteemed as to carry on great enterprises and to give rare examples of himself. To be a great leader, to create a lasting kingdom, one must not only be able to conquer or subject his people, one must also be able to win their hearts. It is through the esteem of one's subjects that one has true power over them. You'd actually be a decent person, though? It is not in the best interests of a ruler to lie to his subjects. Lies are always revealed in the end, to the detriment of those who have harmed others by them. No, a great ruler, as I will be, must divide the world into two camps, those who are against me and those who are subject to me. A prince is also esteemed when he is a true friend and a true enemy. A true friend to my people, and a true enemy to those that stand against. I shall treat my subjects as my own children, and my enemies as mortal ones. It is through such kind acts that the subjects will grow to love what I give them, and my enemies fear what may occur if they resist. This breeds a fanatical devotion to their ruler and subjects, enhancing his power. But I see my philosophy is perhaps a bit beyond you. Do not fear, it is understandable. Well, perhaps you will do something useful. Time will tell what future Xanos will hold. And I know it is a great one. Come, let us leave, my friend, and continue with our task. It is a very fascinating vision of a terrifying future. In any case, thank you all for watching. See you all next time.